of us cry too much, I'll move on to roasting him. First of all, as I mentioned earlier, if you knew my dad, you knew his deep passion for fine red wine. I told him I'd finish off his wine when he was dead, but to accomplish that, I'd probably need to have my liver removed. He always said, that's what friends are for. So, Gino, Latch, Ty, Drummer, O'Leary, I might need your help on that one. Babe Ruth once said, never let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. Dad, though you were the last to admit it, you gave so much love that all of us in this room couldn't help but love you back. You were such a kind person, such a compassionate man. You never gave up, irrespective of the odds. I mean, look at all the things, the strikes, per se, that you overcame in your 59 years. Crazy girlfriends, 2 ex-wives, YBM and the Russian mafia. You even made it on some list that required us to check in with immigration every time we flew somewhere. Which was pretty much weekly. Well done, Dad, on surviving all that. But more importantly, you survived raising me, which was definitely not an easy task. But despite the unfortunate cards you were sometimes given, you stuck it out and managed to swap the hand you were dealt for a better one. You were an incredible individual, and your remarkable capacity for denial allowed you to achieve the impossible. And of course, no one said the word impossible more than you did. Speaking of cards, I have no idea how you got to be so good. I mean, seriously, you won so often that de Blasio is just about to ban you from ever setting foot in their casino again. But true to form, you didn't give them the chance. To your last breath, you managed to get your way. You were the most stubborn man I've ever had the privilege of knowing. Also, anyone who knew you knew it was impossible to engage you in an argument. Here's a clip from one of your favorite movies, Princess Bride.
Guessed wrong.
You only think I guessed wrong. That's what's so funny. I switched glasses when your back was turned. Ha ha, you fool. You fell victim to one of the classic blunders. The most famous is never get involved in a land war in Asia, but only slightly less well known is this. Never go in against a Sicilian when death is on the line.
The third one should have been, never try to engage Owen Mitchell in an argument. Your refusal to engage in an argument could be so infuriating. Sometimes people like my mom or Rebecca would try, thinking that they could get you going. They start yelling, thinking maybe they would get your attention. But for you, Dad, it was never gonna happen. Also, you always hated exercise. And you took the phrase, I'd rather die than exercise, to a literal sense. That might have been questionable, but... You would have done anything for the people you loved. That much we all know. I can promise you, if anyone you didn't love asked you to run on a treadmill, you would say it was impossible. Now, let's talk about your food habits. Knowing Lisa, I can understand why you fell in love with her. But talk about irony. She's a nutritionist, and you were practically a nutritionist's worst nightmare. A vegetable in your eyes would be a couple of French fries with your steak. And fruit? Does ketchup count? At least red wine is full of grapes. Beef Baroni and Kraft Dinner were your staples, and if you knew Lisa was coming to visit, you'd hide the empty Kraft Dinner boxes. Which leads me to the next story that I will tell these friends here today. Last month, we had a very small ceremony on Cape Cod, mostly because I thought it would give me some closure. Lisa brought his ashes down, and we were going to spread them in the sea. It then occurred to me that my dad hated the cold water, but our friend Dave came up with a solution. He built this beautiful raft with Tar Heels blue sail, and we would go out on Uncle Tony's boat, and it would sail my dad's ashes into the sunset. My mom and Caroline realized the ashes were in a plastic baggie, not exactly biodegradable. Lisa and I left the house because we couldn't stomach listening to them debate about what to do. We had a beautiful private ceremony on Uncle Tony's boat. After the boat sailed off to Phil Collins music, my mom showed me the solution she and Caroline came up with in lieu of the plastic bag. I hope you like that, Dad. Now back to a serious note. I love you, Dad. You were the most amazing father I could have ever asked for, and so much more. Life will never be the same without you, but I'll deal. I'll manage. I'll preserve, because you showed me what it was like to be truly strong, truly brave. I know that no matter how far away from me you are, I won't ever have to look far to find you, because you'll always be right here. I hope I make you proud. And to all the people here today, I know he would want me to tell you how much he loves you all. He would want me to tell you to live your life to the fullest and to be happy. Now, I hope everyone has their glass of Camus. So please join me in a toast to honor one of the kindest souls to ever grace this earth, my father, Owen Mitchell.